Thank you so much for joining us on another edition of the program Talk That Talk. On this program, we put a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of our minds and our hearts and our spirit, and making sure that the Nigerian youth, the African youth, and every young person out there gets it right. Today, we have young people that will be joining us to discuss on nation building and the youth. So this concerns you and I. And we have seated right here Reverend Emmanuel Ozomba, who is Ozomba Nicodemus. He's the National Director for Education, Youth, and Women Development under the Christian Association of Nigeria. Glad to have you.
Thank you so much.
And also we have Comrade Haruna Braimo, who is the Media Director for UNIPC, that's Interpeace Commission, that is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure.
I'd like to start with you, sir, on the issue of the role in nation building and economic development of young people. So first, let's look at nation building and economic development. What is it all about?
It's about transcending from one stage to another as far as socio-political and economic development of a country is concerned. But as it affects the habitat or inhabitant of that country, we have to first look at the demography of the people living in the country. And if you check our population demography as of 2021, we had, according to the Barometer Media Group analysis, we had about 217 million Nigerians as of 2021, and about 70% of this population is categorized to be young people. The difference between the youth and the young people, you know. When I mean the young people, I'm talking from the age 1 or 1 day old to 35 years. But when you now say, okay, let's narrow it to the youth, we are looking at 15 to 35, according to the United Nations Charter or provision, and of which Nigeria is an enabler to that too. So right now, inside the 70% again, we have 42% of the 70%, which is about 50-something million, 53 million or thereabout, who are children. That means they are less than 15 years. So Nigeria is very peculiar in this discussion. We have young people that account for 70% of the population. We now have almost half of that 70% that need direction. They are not necessarily youth, but are children. You understand? They are not teenagers between the age of 1 and 15. So it's a very critical issue, and as it affects our economic development, it has to do with the role of leadership, family, advocacy, things like this. The question of what are we doing about harnessing this stratified energy. How do we give direction to those between the age 1 and 15, the 42%? How do we allow or driving an inclusive socio-political economic policy that will make the real youth between the age of 15 and 35 be participatory in driving the new perspective that will lead to the socio-political economic development we yearn. When they are not bringing in their new perspective, the dynamics will remain the same. There will never be a paradigm shift. You understand?
Yeah.
So, and when we continue to sustain and maintain status quo that is outdated, denounced, accursed, and excommunicated, in that regard, we are retrogressive. We are not really driving the national development we are talking about. We said they are the leaders of tomorrow. You understand? So there are a lot of questions that need to be asked and that need to be answered for the Nigerian youth. Ours is different from the rest of the world, because I just tell you now, some need direction, some need to be included. You understand?
That's right.
Right now, unfortunately, we are in what I call directionlessness for the Nigerian youth.
So are you saying that we don't have youth that are already in nation building at all? Do we need to start?
I'm generalizing.
Yes.
I'm an expert.
Yes.
So I generalize. Not that we cannot be having, the system has not really created that enabling environment for us to understand our civic responsibility. That's where it starts from your house. You don't need to be in Abuja to provide leadership. For your local government, we don't even know the tiers of government that we operate in Nigeria.
Now, let me hear from Ambassador Madlion. When we're talking about the issue of nation building, what, as a young person, what do I need to do to become a nation builder?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I was just listening to the statistics that
Yes.
my comrade was rolling out. Truth is, the population of youths in a country can be a bane, and it can also be a boon for the country. We have a country where over 70% are youths. And out of this 70%, we have about 40% that are unemployed. Right? So when you talk about unemployment and you talk about a country of 217 million, having over 56 million unemployed, then we are, I don't know what nation we're trying to build or how those kind of statistics can build a nation. Like I said, a country with the high rate of youth like Nigeria is supposed to be one of the biggest growing economy in the world, because the youths are the population behind growth. They are the population behind technology. They are the population behind any form of growth as a country would want it. But unfortunately, we are not there yet as a country to put these youths to use. So these youths are being seen as jobless now. I mean, a president said lazy youths. I mean, if he can say that the youth of his country is lazy, then something must be wrong with the whole psychology of our leaders, right? So if we have these youths being put to good use, being taught the technology, because these youths are very ready, they are agile, they are strong, whenever something comes up and they want to do it, they come up in mass. Have you seen like the mob, when they come out in mass, they come out in so much force. And this country is not channeling this youth into what it's supposed to be.
So it looks like the energy is towards a particular cause, which would have been something else?
Absolutely. Look at China, look at other countries. This youth that produces this growth by implementing technology, by using them to grow the economy. But we don't have that empowerment. The country does not empower the youth of Nigeria. We don't have the empowerment. We don't have the education system. We have so many of these youths actually out of school. We have so many of these youths that don't even know like you said, directionless. I mean, they don't even know where to go to. They don't even know if today they say we are fighting for Mobad, everybody jumps out, we are fighting for Mobad. They are all on the street fighting for, they don't even know what they are fighting for. Tomorrow is NSAS, we are all on the street fighting, we don't even know what we're fighting for. So there's no direction, there's youth are not being channeled to what they are supposed to do. They are supposed to be the leaders, and they're supposed to be the backbone of any developing country.